In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to get PandaDoc Document ID in Zapier. The document ID is the unique identifier PandaDoc gives every document, and it's essential when you need to reference a specific file in your automations. By the end, you'll know exactly where to find it and how to use it in the rest of your Zap. Start in Zapier by creating a new Zap and selecting PandaDoc as the trigger app. Choose the trigger event that matches when you want to capture the ID, such as when a document is created, sent, or completed. During setup, Zapier may prompt you to sign in to your PandaDoc account so it can read document data. That's expected and safe to allow. Give your Zap a clear name so it's easy to recognize later. Next, test the trigger. Zapier will try to pull in a recent sample document from your PandaDoc workspace. If nothing shows, make sure there's at least one recent document available so Zapier has something to fetch. When the test succeeds, you'll see a structured set of fields returned from PandaDoc, which confirms the connection and gives you real data to work with. Open the Data Out section for the trigger test. This is where Zapier displays all the information it received from PandaDoc, organized into fields and values. Think of it as a snapshot of your document's metadata. Now, scroll through those fields and look for one called ID or document/ID. That value is your PandaDoc Document ID. It's typically a string of characters that uniquely identifies the document in PandaDoc's system. Be careful not to confuse it with fields like document on number, name, or title. Those are human-friendly labels and won't work as a system reference. If both ID and document ID appear, use document ID when available. Otherwise, ID will do the job. With the ID located, you can now use it in later steps of your Zap. When you set up another action, whether it's a PandaDoc action that requires a document reference or an action in another app, click into the relevant field and map the ID or document/ID from the trigger data. Mapping keeps the value dynamic, so each new run of the Zap automatically uses the correct document. Avoid pasting a static value since that would lock your Zap to a single record, and that's it. You set a PandaDoc trigger, tested it, found the document ID and data out, and mapped it forward. When everything looks good, save your changes and turn on the Zap. Thanks for watching and happy automating.